Dear Ukrainians, today the Ukrainian Parliament has the honor of accepting an official visit of the delegation from the NATO PA, and this delegation is chaired by the President of the NATO PA, Mr. Perestrello. And the NATO PA is the union of the parliamentary delegations from the NATO countries. And today I would like to thank Mr. President and also to the members of the delegation for their ongoing support of Ukraine on Ukraine's path to joining the NATO. And I would like to especially express my gratitude for the ongoing political support that the Ukrainian delegation and the Ukrainian Parliament and also the Ukraine in general enjoys during the sessions of the NATO PA. And today, apart from the words of gratitude, we also had the opportunity to ask our colleagues from the delegation to ensure the NATO PA's continued support for Ukraine on its path to becoming the member of the alliance. And we emphasized in particular today that no one can have the right of veto of the Ukraine's choice of joining the alliance. And this question belongs exclusively to Ukraine and to the NATO countries. And besides, we also discussed Ukraine's needs when it comes to countering the brutal Russian aggression. And today, I will also take Mr. President and the members of the delegation to the site of this night's brutal Russia's attack on Kiev.
Dear
colleagues, and now I would like to give the floor to my dear colleague, Mr. President Markus Perestrello.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, dear Ruslan. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me to address the Verkhovna Rada on behalf of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly. I'm here in Kyiv today with a high-level delegation of Assembly officers to reaffirm the NATO Parliamentary Assembly's unwavering support to Ukraine. The NATO Parliamentary Assembly has stood with Ukraine from day one. We were among the first international organizations to expel Russia in April 2014 and among the first to support the Crimea platform. We were the first group from the big NATO family to visit Ukraine after the start of Russia's full-scale invasion. We have mobilized political support and military assistance in our respective parliaments and established a special fund to assist the Verkhovna Rada. Our messages of support for Ukraine's independence, sovereignty, territorial integrity, right to self-defense and self-determination, including NATO membership, have been clear and consistent since day one. In our view, the priorities are clear. First, we must continue to meet Ukraine's immediate needs because Russian barrages of Ukrainian cities are happening every day, causing unacceptable civilian death and destruction. So we need to continue to send Ukraine the help it needs to defend itself. The second priority is for America, Europe and Ukraine to work together towards a just and lasting peace. We support and commend US efforts to bring the war to an end. We also commend Ukraine for demonstrating you are ready for a ceasefire and ready to discuss the counters of a peace deal. In contrast, the Kremlin has so far shown no genuine interest in pursuing a real path to peace. Any agreement must be underpinned by solid security guarantees for which everyone must be available. I welcome the efforts of President Macron and Prime Minister Starmer to gather a broad coalition of the willing. The third priority is that Europe must mobilize today by providing immediate aid, but also by showing that it is ready to step up to guarantee a long-term peace within the framework of a future agreement. Fourth, NATO should continue to play its part, by coordinating assistance and training through the new command in Wiesbaden, by delivering on the financial pledge made at the Washington summit, by increasing the Ukrainian armed force interoperability with NATO, by providing long-term practical support through the comprehensive assistance package, by supporting Ukraine's defense industry, and by leaving the door open for future membership. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I am determined to ensure the Assembly's continued support for Ukraine. Thank you.
Дякую. Дякую.
Thank you, dear Mr. President. Thank you, dear members of the delegation, and thank you to everyone who is present. And we greatly value the continued support that we feel from the NATO PA. And now, dear Mr. President, I have the pleasure of inviting you to take part in the session of the Ukrainian Verkhovna Rada as one of the participants, and also to deliver the address to the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine.